what you're going to see in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is that crispy skin. Now, you can see this and know that this is crispy. If you ever had crispy skin, you know that it's crispy. Like you can tell. But unbelievably crispy, and this is all due to science plus a little bit of know-how in the kitchen. The science is the backing point.
Cooking your way through life.
Yo, every slip's a step we rise again.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cooking Way Through Life with me, Chef Drake. And today we're making something that's one of my favorite proteins, but I rarely make it. And I kind of made this, well, not this exact dish or this exact method last time I was here in New Zealand, but I made some pork belly last time I was here, and I did it more Chinese style because I was here. I wasn't here for Chinese New Year, but I was kind of celebrating Chinese New Year and I was here. Long story. Anyway, what I did find out was when I'm here, like the pork belly is really, really good. Now, what I did today was I was just walking through the market and I noticed there was some pork belly, but they were strips of pork belly. So it's not like a huge piece. So I wanted to try a different method on kind of crisping up the pork belly itself and kind of get some crispy pork belly here. And we'll see if it works. I think it's going to work. You're gonna see if it works. Now, first off, I do two-part method. So I'm gonna boil the pork belly first, then we will crisp it up and fry it second. So first, I'm gonna move the pork belly in my seasoning blend here. And I'm gonna get everything ready for my water, which is where I boil the pork belly in. Now I do this because one, it kind of go ahead and cook the pork belly down the first way. So you're gonna cook it through. So it kind of gets cooked through anyway, sorry. But then also, if you ever have that pork flavor or pork like super overwhelming pork flavor from things, then sometimes it's just because you need to just boil it first and kind of get that pork smell and pork flavor out of the way. So I have a friend that always is like, it's too strong, it has the pork smell. And this actually eliminates that. Now I'm just adding in some herbs. I have some thyme here, some fresh thyme. I chopped some garlic. I have some extra scallions, also known as green onions here. I have some star anise, and then I have a red onion. And ultimately, I just putting in things that I have a little extra of because I'm gonna flavor it later on as well. So this will be my base with all of my flavor inside. What I want for this is I want to season and kind of put some flavor inside of the pork belly itself. Don't worry, I have the blend that'll be in the description, don't worry. Now I already have 3 long pieces, so it's already gonna be hard to keep it together. Unfortunately, because these are longer pieces, they can't really go into my pan, so I'm gonna cut these into 6. I know. You're probably like, man, it was already going to be so hard and now it's going to be even harder. But it's okay. If we're going to do this, we might as well commit, right? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slice into my pork a little bit with my knife. And this is just so when I add my seasoning in just a second, it'll kind of go into that pork. Even though it's going into the water, I want to season it as much as possible. I'm also going to season it again before we do the second cook, so do not worry.
And it's into the pot. You see the seasoning is on there, and we're gonna let it sit or let it cook for a while. 10 hours later. No, not that long, but it did cook down a lot. And now, as I'm bringing it out, a lot of that fat has rendered, and what my friend likes to call the pork smell will be gone because you boil the meat first before we fry it. But all this flavor that's inside of this pot has really also been infused into your pork. So you've been seasoning it from the outside. I put my seasoning blend on, but also from the inside because it's been cooking with all of this amazing flavors and everything else. So as you also can see, it looks very flimsy, it looks very soft, but that will not be the final result. So this is just part of it. Just trust the process, guys. Trust the process.
Okay. So we're back. You just seen me take the pork belly out. And now this is where if you can get one full piece of pork belly, this part is a lot less messy. I mentioned I haven't technically done it this way before because I haven't done it in strips before, but The method and the way I'm doing it is going to be the same either way. It's just a little harder this way because they're not all together. I'm going to take some vinegar. So I just have some distilled white vinegar here. And I want to turn these over to the fat side up, or skin side up, because I want to make crispy pork. This is kind of like making, what is it, like roasted pork without actually having to roast the pork. But now you can see like my fork goes into the skin so easily. So I want to poke all the skin as much as possible with my fork. And this is because we just boiled it. So the fork now can go through that skin so easily. Because right now that skin is not very tasty. It's just rubbery and it has no texture. But if you want that really nice crispy texture, that's what we're going for. That's why we're doing what we're doing today. Right. Now, I mentioned it's a little messy, but it's because you see, I'm doing it each individual piece. I have 6 pieces. If it was all one big slab, it'd be so much easier. What I'm going to do is take my vinegar, try to keep this together as much as possible. Take my vinegar, and it's going to go right on top. So vinegar on top. After I poked all the holes there. Now, after I get the vinegar on there, just make sure that it's all like brushed all over. I have baking soda. I'm just going to put it right here, like put some on my cutting board just because I got to do so many pieces. I just want to get that baking soda right on top of that skin as well. And you're just like, man, what is all of this for? You'll see. And then as it's happening, I'll explain what is actually going on. But for right now, trust me. Trust me, trust me. All right. So now we have vinegar, baking soda, forked, poked. We're going to go into the skillet and last step.
And let's make crispy pork belly. So I'm going inside of the skillet. This is, of course, high temperature oil, so not olive oil. You know, this is vegetable oil. And I'm just doing the skin side down because that's what we are crisping right now. Now, these are strips, as we've been going over this whole time, so this is a little harder. But as soon as you get the first couple of strips in, as you've seen, they were already standing there. And then my next strips kind of go right beside it. The great thing about searing is that it pretty much sticks to the pan in our favor. I'm going to put the lid on just so I can use the steam of it to finish going through. But I also don't want all this to splatter over my friend's house. But what you're seeing now is the rest of that fat has come out and been rendered down. And what you're going to see in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is that crispy skin. Now, you can see this and know that this is crispy. If you ever had crispy skin, you know that it's crispy. Like, you can tell. But yeah, unbelievably crispy. And this is all due to science, plus a little bit of, know-how in the kitchen. The science is the backing point. All right, let's get this cut.
All right, so while my pork belly is finishing up, I have some rice. I'm just gonna put it in the bottom of my bowl here because, I mean, how can you have pork belly without having rice as your base? I love this dish because I do love pork belly, but it takes a while to cook sometimes. And it's one of those things where I am notorious for not cooking it at home because I'm like, I'm not doing it at home. I'll just go make a restaurant do it for me. Because people think chefs cook at home all the time, but that's not the truth. All right, so here's my rice. Get the pork belly out. I got some scallions, green onions to go on top, of course. And we're gonna get some crispy pork belly. All right. Okay, so this pork belly is crispy as heck. I don't know if you can actually hear it. Put it to my microphone. Crispy, crispy pork belly. It's like the crispiest that you'll make at home, in my opinion, in such a short period of time. So let's break down what we did. I started by boiling it. So that kind of rendered down some of the fat and tenderized the pork belly itself a little bit by boiling it down. Then when it came out of the pot, it was already really soft. So then I can poke the holes with the fork inside of the skin. This lets tiny little chimneys, like the steam that's basically gonna push up inside, can escape. So as it's cooking down, like the steam can escape, and that way it can still get very, very crispy, because we don't want a lot of moisture when it's turning crispy. So that's what we do. We want to make sure that moisture escapes. So poking a hole, then by putting on the acid, which was the vinegar, that tightens everything up. So now I can really make sure that skin gets very tight and it came together. And then the last and final step was the baking soda, and that was making it alkaline. So that way it crisps up very, very fast. So it basically gave me this browning without spending so much time with the browning there. So little science to help you out on this. When I am, oh, you can hear that. I know you can hear that. When I'm cutting this, I feel the crispiness. I can see the crispiness. You can see the crispiness. And this gives you the best of both worlds. I feel like with pork belly, you get the crispiness, you get the soft of the meat. It's already tenderized, it's cooked down. And now it's just like a Chinese restaurant in your kitchen. Oh my God, it smells so good. So let's do it this way. Actually, I'm not gonna be able to make it as pretty as I want. So in that case, I'm just gonna build it up. I wanna make sure you can see that skin. Oh yeah. I would taste this on camera, but I think I'll just start eating and stop actually building. But it is so crispy. Like, it's basically roasted pork belly without actually having to roast, which is amazing. Now, you can do a little sauce with this if you like. Just gonna put some nice little scallions right on top. Oh. And there you have it. All right, my hands are a little greasy. Our nice crispy pork belly done without going into the oven, restaurant style. So good. Also, you control the flavor. I seasoned it before. You can put some of that seasoning right on top. It's so good. So good, so delicious. Hope you enjoy. And actually, I put a little bit more seasoning on top. That way my guests can kind of get that pop of seasoning. So, but yeah, hope you enjoyed today's episode. As always, keep coming back for more. I am here every single week. Thank you for everything. Keep subscribing, pushing, liking, all the things. And let me know what you want me to cook down in the comments. See you next time.
Cooking your way through life.
Thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something. You know what to do next. Please hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons below and have a great day.